The 8-inch howitzer was used in every front by the U.S. Army and Marines in World War II. It was the precursor to the 155 millimeter howitzer, but the overall design did not change appreciably. Atlantis Models produces a 1/48 scale model kit with 4 figures. According to the box and instructions, there are a number of features the modeler will like: a breech that opens and closes, wheels that turn, a gun carriage with positionable legs, and a gun that elevates. Let's take a look at what is included on the sprues that are packaged in this Atlantis Models 1/48 scale kit and its instructions. There are 5 sprues, including one of just tires. At this point, it should be noted that none of the parts on the sprues are numbered, nor are there any part numbers on the instruction sheet. I strongly advise you to read everything on the instruction sheet and familiarize yourself with the shape and size of each part and its placement on the model prior to cementing any of the parts into assemblies. Starting with the barrel assemblies, cut the parts off the sprues with the sprue cutter of your choice. Sand any residual plastic or flash from each part with a sanding stick or sandpaper. I prefer using a 180 grit sanding stick for the majority of this process. Prepare all parts that are necessary to assemble the howitzer's barrel. Now we are ready to cement the barrel halves and several sub-assemblies that will be attached to that barrel. Note that the parts are molded in a dark green plastic, but are not correct for the U.S. Army and Marine Corps howitzers from the 1942 to 1945 period. The barrel halves are cemented together using CA. Notice that I use cyanoacrylic adhesive, commonly called CA, for nearly all the parts I put together. Next are the 2 cylinders that are the elevating cylinders, and I am using small plastic clips to hold them in place, and I set them aside to cure. Breech halves are next, followed by the breech door. These parts will be painted matte steel rather than the olive drab green. The gun carriage is put together in stages. The first part is to cement the upper yoke to the lower yoke. Before the cement fully sets up, you attach the side rails into holes in the yokes by putting one rail into the yoke at an angle and twist it until it snaps into the small holes. Repeat this process with the other rail. Make sure the rails still move. This allows you to set up your howitzer in whatever position you want. More parts for the gun carriage are removed from the sprues and sanded with a 180 grit sanding stick. Some of these parts will be attached to the gun carriage prior to painting the gun carriage olive drab number 2, while others will be painted matte steel and assembled onto the carriage after it has been painted. If you have any questions about techniques explored in this video, or general questions about this build, please post your questions in the comments section below.